I'm Dia, and tomorrow is my birthday, so I am going to do the birthday book tag. So let's just jump right into the tag, and I have all of the questions on my little card over here. The first question is birthday cake, a plot that seems cliche, but you love it anyway. A book with a plot that seems cliche that you love anyway. So this one is a book that gets a lot of hate these days, and that is simply because it is kind of a cliche book in the fact that it's very derivative of so many other things, and that is Aragon. And so I listened to this audiobook. It was probably the very first audiobook I ever listened to with my kids. Maybe not. But anyway, it was one that all three of us listened to, and we listened to it while we were painting our house. And it was just really a fun memory. And so I love it for that reason. Is that every time I hear it, it brings back fond memories of painting the house with the kids. So yeah, I love Aragon. I love the whole series, but especially the first book. Next question is party guests, your most anticipated book of 2022. And for me, I don't pay that close of attention to when books are coming out, but I do know that the final book in Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn Trilogy 2, the second trilogy, or second era, is supposed to be out later this year. It's called Lost Metal, and I am looking forward to that one. So yeah, I have one other series. I'm not sure that the last book is due out this year, but if it is, that is the Rook and the Rose series. That's Mask of Mirrors, Liar's Knot, and then whatever the third one is going to be called. So that one might be due out later this year, but I'm not positive about that. So yeah, that would be my other most anticipated. And then the next question is gifts, a book that surprised you with how much you loved it. And I had to really think about this because, like I said before in my last tag, I think that most of the time I expect to love any book that I pick up. So a book that surprised me with how much I loved it, there's only two really that come to mind, and one of them is Dune. I don't think I expected to love that novel as much as I do. It's one of my very favorites. It's my very favorite science fiction novel, and it is something that I reread on a pretty regular basis. I think I've read it 8-9 times, something like that. So Dune, I really, really love. And then the other one that I can think of is Jane Eyre. And I read that when I was very young. I want to say maybe 13. And I knew it was a classic, and I knew lots of people liked it, but I identified very closely with that book in so many ways. And I have loved it ever since the very first time that I read it, and I've reread it several times too. So that's my answer for that one. And happy birthday song, a book that deserved all the hype. I don't pay close attention to what is getting hype. So I don't know if I can answer this question. book that deserved all the hype. Yeah, I don't think I have an answer, you guys. I'm so sorry. Happy Music, a book with memorable quotes. Okay, a book with memorable quotes. Yeah, okay. Maybe Annie Dillard's A Pilgrim at Tinker Creek. I find myself at least thinking back to that one quite often. And another one would be Anne Morrow Lindbergh's Gifts from the Sea. I think back on those quite a bit. I don't know about quotes, but they have something that has stuck with me and that I deeply, deeply appreciate. So I will say those two. Okay, the next prompt is Getting Older, a book you read long ago that you would feel differently about as a mature reader. I don't know that I can answer this one either. A book that I read long ago that I would feel differently about as a mature reader. I mean, I can think of children's books, but yeah, I can't think of one for that. So the next prompt is Sweet Birthday Memories, a book that makes or keeps you happy. So for me, a book that keeps me happy or makes me happy is pretty much anything to do with a garden or food. Those are the two things. My husband's nodding his head. Those are the two things that make me really, really happy to be reading about. And so the books that I can think of that are like that, number one, cookbooks. I love to just read through a cookbook, but the Redwall series is a book or a set of books that he always describes the feasts that they're having. He describes how they're making things and what they're doing in order to get set up for it. And I love that part of every single book. Every single book has one. And so I just love that. And then The Secret Garden and Heidi are probably two that would be like garden style, but I love to just read gardening books also. So anything by Monty Don or Tasha Tudor or those kinds of things, I just love them.
Secret Garden?
Secret Garden, yep. So those would be my answers. So that is the entire tag. I know Michelle's birthday is this month as well. Maybe she would want to do this tag, and I can't remember. I know that there's at least one other person that I've talked to recently whose birthday is this month. So if you guys want to do this tag, please tag me in it so that I can come see who my fellow May babies are. I wanna know. And thanks for coming back to the channel. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.